Hi, it's the Pink Moon Witch, and I just wanted to do a general tarot reading for those of you guys watching. Tomorrow is the full moon in Scorpio, or the flower moon, and so sometimes, well, for Scorpios it can be a really great time, but sometimes it can be challenging for others, so I felt like I could do just a few card pull and see if there's anything helpful that might come up for the collective. So let's see. I have my little candle and my mini altar lit, and I have a divination powder that I made and I sprinkled across, so maybe that will help something interesting come up. That's my dog in the background. If you hear my baby crying or my dog's in the background, they're chilling in the nursery. So, ooh, okay, so maybe this is a start of a new relationship, or a partner is, I think this guy wants to come forward. Okay. I want to pull a few more before I actually start talking about it, but Aces and the King of Cups, that's a good sign. Okay. Maybe some of you guys are starting over in a new relationship, or new relationships, and it's a little bit overwhelming and a little bit more difficult than you guys thought first going into it. Yeah. Let's just do a few more. Flip these over. Let's do one. Yeah. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you had high hopes recently about maybe a series of relationships or new people coming into your life. It could be a romantic relationship that you just recently started, and it doesn't necessarily start off easy, or maybe it did in the very, very beginning, but as time goes on, it becomes a little bit more difficult. King of Cups, Cups being kind of a very emotional energy, Aces representing that new beginning, but then as that kind of goes forward with the Tower and with the Five of Cups, the relationship just isn't giving you what you were hoping for, or maybe you're comparing it too much to your past relationships, and it's just, when compared to what you had before, what used to make you happy, it just doesn't live up to what you were hoping for. The Two of Swords, I always think of denial a little bit. There's going to be a lot of reflecting over this next, maybe the next month, and maybe next few weeks, on what it is that you really want, or if you even want to stay in this relationship, and maybe be a little bit more, I feel like you kind of aren't really, you're not really committed, and a big portion of your time in the relationship or with the people that you're spending time with, you're doubting whether you should even be putting in any effort, or just focusing that effort back towards yourself, and it being more of an individual time for you. And yeah, there's just a lot of like second guessing yourself and the people that you're kind of committed to right now. And you go into it with really good intentions. And I don't necessarily think that they're being manipulative, or they're being, negative towards your energy or anything on purpose, but it doesn't feel right. There's some kind of blockage. There's some kind of, you guys aren't compatible in some way, and you're just longing for something else. And maybe it's somebody in your past that you once cared about. You could have broken their heart, they could have broken yours, but I don't think it ended well. And there's just a lot of regret. There's a lot of reflecting going forward. How do you move on? How do you change your circumstances right now to be a healthier one, to kind of not hurt the people around you or yourself really, but also you're just kind of reflecting on what it is that you need right now, what it is you're supposed to be doing with your life right now. And the relationship, whether it be romantic or friendship or family or whatever it is, it's not working for you right now. And there needs to be an open dialogue about what it is that you need. And you know, it might not even be that you need to be saying this to anybody. You could just be kind of speaking to yourself right now and say, okay, I need to state what it is that I truly want, not lie to myself, not kid myself, because the Two of Swords, there's a lot of denial in this card sometimes. She has the blindfold across her eyes so that she doesn't see the truth about something. He or she, this figure is kind of. And but the blindfold is, you know, you don't want to see the truth about something. The swords are crossed over your heart because you don't want to get hurt. And there's this sense of isolation. This figure has isolated themselves so that they're not around anybody who can hurt them. And like I said, you started off in a really great place, wanting to be successful in this next relationship and put in your all and start over and start fresh and kind of feel powerful within, you know, this new relationship. But it just, you end up longing for something else. If it's romantic, it's just not for you right now. Let's see what we might need to hear to kind of help us move past this. I think there needs to be a lot of work on yourself before you can really focus on somebody else right now and give your partner or your relationships your full attention and the right version of yourself. Let's see. Oops. I didn't come into camera at all, but okay. Sorry, sliding my chair around. I dropped a card. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, needing to start fresh. And I feel like you tried that, you know, you tried kind of going into this, starting fresh, but maybe you rushed into it. Maybe you need to rush out of this. Knight of Pentacles. Clean slate. What else? What do we need right now? What is going to help those feeling this reading for the next month ahead? How do we kind of get out of this Tower energy, this Five of Cups energy? How do we move on? Yeah, just starting over. This, I feel like you've kind of gotten yourself into this new group of people, or maybe new, even your own personality right now. You've changed up a little bit and you've kind of built up this person that you're not really proud of right now and not really comfortable being or being seen as. And so needing to come up with a new plan and rushing away. Not really rushing, I mean, don't freak out about it, but this sense of like, okay, I'm leaving behind what I've built up right now because it's not for me. It's not for me, yeah. Starting over. If you're afraid to start over right now, don't be afraid. You need to. You need a fresh start. You need energy makeover. And the Star, once you walk away, once you kind of plan out a little bit what it is you really do need, and you vocalize it, and you put some more energy towards yourself, and, you know, face your heartache, what it is that you've been lacking, or what it is that you need to facing your demons. You need to create a new plan and leave what you've created in the past, in the recent past behind, because it's just not working out. And the star, and it's scary to start over. Sometimes, you know, we get so comfortable with being uncomfortable, and that just becomes our new comfort zone. But it's okay to start over. It's okay to ask for a break and change your mind. A lot of people, you know, they feel like they committed to something and they're not allowed to change their mind, and they absolutely are. We're supposed to change. Our feelings are supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. And so leaving these relationships behind, this kind of personality you've created over the last little while, you can leave that behind and you can embrace the star energy. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in the star. It's a beautiful card. And let's see what else. The nudity in the star represents no shame, being completely comfortable with who you are. Yeah, and you're happier starting over, walking away. You need to be celebrating yourself once you decide to do something uncomfortable, which is starting over. New group of people. They are going to appreciate you. They are going to celebrate you in the way that you're kind of craving right now. Because right now you're in the wrong crowd. What's doing? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Are we walking away from an unhealthy influence? I mean, I know these people aren't for you, or this relationship isn't for you, whoever is in your life right now, but is it an unhealthy influence? Are they not supporting your dreams or what it is that you need and want to be doing right now? Because Eight of Pentacles, first of all, Pentacles represent a lot of different versions of success, financial, material. You're creating something in this card. This is an artist. He is repeating his craft over and over again until he becomes very successful at it. And there's this deep sense of pride and happiness in his craft and in his art. And I feel like once you decide to start over and walk away and find a better audience, a better community, you start to work on yourself again and what it is that makes you happy. What is your passion? Is it something creative? Are you a writer? Are you a painter? Are you, a musician? Or is this, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be creative just because this card represents an artist. It could be anything you care about, a sport, cooking, whatever it is. You need to be putting love into that. And maybe you haven't done that in a long time. And you were kind of hoping to start over as a new person and kind of leave that identity behind. And what you actually need to do is return to it. Maybe the first time around you were running away and in denial about what you actually needed and wanted. And the new community just, you didn't fit in, you don't feel comfortable there, whatever it is. And stepping away reminds you, oh, actually, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be putting a lot of energy into what I care about, into this routine, doing the right thing for yourself over and over again so that you become successful at it. And that's when you reach the star. That's when you become the star and embrace all of that beauty and all of that abundance and having no shame in who you are, and that balance that we're all looking for, and that success, and celebrating your accomplishments once you kind of put that effort into yourself and from moving on. Wow, I think that's beautiful. I don't know, I feel strongly about this. I feel like for some of you who are watching, you you're investing too much of the wrong type of energy into the wrong people. And it's just, you know, it's okay to start over. Don't be afraid to completely, where's this card? Right here. Leave this chapter behind. This is your sign to move on and start fresh and dedicate time to yourself if you've been wondering if that's for you. If you've been wondering, are you brave enough? Are you strong enough? Are you capable enough to start over and do so with no one and no support? Yes, you are. You're able to. You're powerful enough to handle anything. But right now, if you're uncomfortable, if you're unhappy, you know, it's okay that mistakes were made and you can start over. Well, okay. I just wanted to do a quick reading. I thought it was a beautiful day, and I've just been kind of called to pull a few cards. So just a quick little tarot reading. But I hope you guys enjoy the full moon and are doing well. And I'm gonna try to make more videos regularly. I skipped a week, and yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to, subscribe. But until then, see you next time. Bye, guys.